Okay, listen. When any country goes under the process of unification, keep in mind, unification of any country cannot be possible without war or battle. If you see the history of any countries in Europe, okay, whether Germany, Italy, okay, Britain and Poland, Hungary, Austria, and many other countries, then you will come to know, that every countries in the world who decided to unify themselves as independent nation or nation state, okay, they have already fought various wars and battles, and then only they completed the process of unification. Okay, they completed the process of unification. We cannot call that there are no violence at all, but there were violence. Some or the casualties of the violence definitely happened, whether it is in India or any other countries in Europe or world. So unification was not simple process. So we are going to discuss now how Italy was unified from the various political fragmentation. Listen, as we discussed that Italy was divided into number of kingdoms and provinces. Okay, Italy was divided into number of kingdoms and provinces. So there was history of political fragmentation of the Italy. Means Italy was divided into 7 states and provinces. Okay, Italy was divided into 7 princely states. Out of these 7 princely states, only one was ruled by Italian prince. Okay, it was Sardinia Piedmont. Keep in mind, Italy was divided into 7 princely states, and out of these 7 princely states, only one state, okay, Sardinia Piedmont, was ruled by Italian prince, okay, which was known as Victor Emmanuel II. Keep in mind, Victor Emmanuel II was the king of Italian princely state Sardinia Piedmont. Okay, but entire Italy was completely divided into various provinces and kingdoms. Okay, and these 7 states were ruled by different rulers. They were ruled by different kings, and in these 7 states, okay, 7 state, different types of languages including Italian language and other dialects were spoken. Okay, the currency was also different, and there was no sense of political unity. So in this way, the history of Italy was the history of political fragmentation. यानी टुकड़े हो गए थे इटली के. Italy was divided into number of broken provinces. Okay, so there was no sense of collective identity and collective unity among the Italians. And out of 7, only one was ruled by Italian prince Victor Emmanuel II. Okay, and this province was Sardinia Piedmont. Now listen, Sardinia Piedmont was only ruled by Italian prince. Okay, but north province of the Italy was under Habsburg Empire. We already discussed, okay, in the beginning. North Italy was under the Habsburg Empire. Central part of Italy was under the Pope. Okay, and southern parts of the Italy was ruled by the Bourbon kings of Spain. Okay, we already discussed that in the French society, Bourbon dynasty was ruled several decades. Okay, so these Bourbon kings, they also captured the southern parts of the Italy, and they ruled for long period of time. And apart from these 4 princely states, other 3 princely states were ruled by local rulers and local kings. Understood? Some part of Italy was ruled by Austrian forces. Okay, in this way, keep in mind, one province was ruled by Victor Emmanuel II, Sardinia Piedmont, which was from native Italy. North Italy was under Habsburg Empire. Central part of Italy was under the Pope, and southern parts of Italy was under the Bourbon kings of Spain. And all these rulers had their autonomous unit and their important territory and language, currencies, and many more things were independently exercised. So in this way, by seeing
Sir,
yes.
Sir, who were the popes?
Popes were the people who were the authority people of the church. चर्च में जो लोग रहते थे, ओके, और पूरे कैथोलिक्स या प्रोटेस्टेंट जो कम्युनिटी थी क्रिश्चियन की, उनका जो हेड रहता था उनको कहते थे पोप. ओके, तो ये रिलीजियस पीपल थे. दिस रिलीजियस पीपल, दे वेर ऑल्सो बिकेम द रूलर एंड स्टार्टेड रूलिंग ओवर द लार्ज एरिया ऑफ द सेंट्रल पार्ट ऑफ इटली. ओके, डू यू अंडरस्टैंड? हेलो?
यस सर.
सर लेकिन ये राजा महाराज.
हाँ, यस. Karthik, whatever your question are there, you note down. Okay, first of all, you listen. So, central part of Italy was under the Pope. Southern parts of Italy was under the Bourbon kings of Spain. Now, in this political fragmentation, you cannot find at all the common form of Italian language. Okay, all these provinces or kingdoms were from Italy, but Italian language was not spoken in all these area. Okay, there was no collective identity for the Italian language. Okay, there was no common form of Italian language. The local rulers and kings were spoken different types of languages. Okay, which also makes us clear that there was political disunity. Okay, and each of the local ruler, each of these rulers were continued to fight with each other to establish their authority over the others and to conquer the territorial part of the Italy. So in this way, the Italy's background or introduction, Italy's background and Italy's history, okay, was the history of political fragmentation. Now listen how Italy was unified and who were the people who tried to unify the Italy into a nation state. Listen. Now, as we already discussed that, Joseph Mazzini, okay, we already discussed before this part, Joseph Mazzini was very severe Italian revolutionary. He formed 2 secret societies to make his country free and to unify the country of Italy into a nation state. So he formed 2 secret societies, one Young Italy in Marseilles and Young Europe in Bern. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good.
Yes, sir.
So Joseph Mazzini's effort, okay, Joseph Mazzini's the Italian revolutionary who formed Young Italy and Young Europe, 2 secret societies to train the revolutionaries and liberal nationalists, okay, to overthrow the local rulers and unite entire Italy under one nation. So Mazzini's efforts in 1830, okay, for unitary Italian Republic, okay, were very important factors, okay, which inspire many liberal nationalists, okay, and many liberal nationalists and other revolutionaries move towards the country's development, and they tried in their different ways, okay, to make the country unite. Okay, so Joseph Mazzini's contribution in the unification of Italy was immense. Okay, his contribution is the lion's contribution in the unification of Italy. Okay, again, the Victor Emmanuel II, the king of Sardinia Piedmont, okay, king of Sardinia Piedmont, tried to unite the various Italian provinces, okay, under one nation. He defeated various local rulers and added the winning part into the nation state of Italy. Victor Emmanuel II. He was also very much taken efforts for the unification of Italy. Another important person in this unification of Italy was Chief Minister Cavour, Chief Minister Cavour, who led the movement to unify Italy. Okay, Chief Minister Kevar, he also led the various movements. His efforts were not revolutionary, okay, and neither democratic, but he wanted to unify Italy also. That is why with some Italian army and other armies, he tried to unify the Italy, okay, and for that purpose he led the movement. Then Austrian forces defeated by Kevar, this Chief Minister Kevar, by making alliance with the France, okay, in 1859. In 1859, Chief Minister Kevar defeated the Austrian forces, and added that part into a nation state of Italy. Okay, एक करके what Victor Emmanuel II, Chief Minister Kevar, then Joseph Garibaldi. We are going to come on that topic. Joseph Garibaldi. Okay, all these people and Joseph Mazzini, all these people, they defeated the Austrian forces, the Bourbon kings, okay, and this Pope and other local rulers, and added all that part into one single unit, okay, to make the Italy unified. So in this way, what happened? Chief Minister Kevar, who moved towards south of Italy, okay, and he make alliance with the France, okay, and in 1859 he defeated the Austrian forces and completed the process of unification. Then Joseph Garibaldi was one of the liberal nationalists in Italy. Joseph Garibaldi in 1860 marched to south and the kingdoms of two Sicilies, and where he got support from the peasants. उसको peasants से बहुत बड़ा support मिला. किसको? Joseph Garibaldi, he was also very much eager to unification of Italy. He marched towards south and the kingdoms of two Sicilies where Bourbon kings were ruling. Okay, so when he moved towards south, he got support from the peasants, and with the support of peasants, he tried to drive out Bourbon kings of Spain from south and added the south part into a nation state. So in this way, when all the local rulers part was conquered and became the entire Italy became as nation state, that time only one person who was from Italian province, it was Victor Emmanuel II. So finally, when Italy was unified into a single nation, that time Sardinia Piedmont's ruler Victor Emmanuel II was proclaimed as the emperor of unified Italy. Victor Emmanuel II was proclaimed, or he became the new emperor of unified Italy, and in this way Italy was unified as a nation state. Okay, so in 1861 Italy unified, okay, and Victor Emmanuel II became the king, or became the emperor of unified Italy. And even in this period, when Victor Emmanuel II became the king of unified Italy, that time many peasants in south of the Italy, they were very much illiterate. The literacy rate was very high, and these people did not know about what is happening in their province. So even they don't know La Italy यानी इटली की लैंग्वेज क्या है, what is the Italian language, and they were also did not believe, okay, कि विक्टर एमेन्युअल की वाइफ ये है करके, okay, उसका नाम एक कुछ दिया है, ला टालिया समथिंग, ला टेलिया, okay, the wife of Victor Emmanuel II. तो इस तरह से the Italy was unified under one single nation. Okay, so पहले आपको उसकी बैकग्राउंड बताना है, what was the situation of Italy, how it was divided, and which part of Italy was ruled by which ruler. Okay, and what is the ways in which Italy was unified. Okay, do you understand?
Sir, repeat
Yes,
that
sir.
last point. Don't understand.
Last point means this ninth one.
You can repeat one time.
Okay, once again.
No, sir, that peasants were not believing something.
1 minute. I need to see that statement. 1 minute. The peasant masses who had supported Garibaldi in southern Italy had never heard of Italia. Italia means Italian language, and believed that La Telia was Victor Emmanuel's wife. यानी Victor Emmanuel's wife was popular, लेकिन उनको ये पता नहीं था कि she was the wife of Victor Emmanuel. La Telia was the wife of Victor Emmanuel. ओके बाद में जब वो किंग बन गए, विक्टर एमेन्युअल टू बिकेम द किंग ऑफ यूनिफाइड इटली. दैट टाइम पीपल केम टू नो दैट ला टेलिया वाज द वाइफ ऑफ विक्टर एमेन्युअल टू, and they also came to know that Italia was the common and unique language of Italy. Okay, so once again listen in brief. Italy unified, political fragmentation यानी टुकड़े. Politically Italy was disunified. Okay, it was not united. That is political fragmentation. It was divided into 7 states. Out of this, one Italian princely state was ruled by Victor Emmanuel II. It was Sardinia, Piedmont. North Italy was under Habsburg Empire. Central part of Italy was under Pope. Southern parts of Italy was under Bourbon kings of Spain, and other remaining part were ruled by local rulers and kings. So in this political fragmentation, there was no common form of Italian language, okay, and their culture, currency, flags, etc. Now, Joseph Mazzini's formed secret societies to train the revolutionaries, okay, in order to unify the Italy. So his efforts in 1830 for unitary Italian Republic, okay, was inspired many liberal nationalists. Next, Victor Emmanuel II, the king of Sardinia, Piedmont, undertook the process of unification. Okay, he fought many wars and completed the process of unification of his area. Chief Minister Camillo D. Cavour ऐसे नाम है. Chief Minister Cavour of one of the province of Italy led the movement to unify Italy. Even Chief Minister Cavour, he make alliance with the France, okay, and with the help of France, he defeated Austrian forces in 1859. Again, Joseph Garibaldi, one of the liberal revolutionary in Italy, in 1860 he marched to the south and the kingdoms of 2 Sicilies, okay, where he got support from the large peasants, many peasants, where Joseph Garibaldi was succeeded in driving out Bourbon kings of Spain, okay, and then in this way in 1861 then finally Victor Emmanuel II was proclaimed as the new emperor, as the new king of unified Italy. So this is the process of unification of Italy. Now I want to ask one question. Aditi or Drone?
Yes.
Aditi. Can you tell me why Victor Emmanuel II was proclaimed as the king of unified Italy? Why Victor Emmanuel II? Why not Cavour and why not Joseph Garibaldi? Aditi.
Sir, I have a doubt.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Anish.
Sir, it means in the last sentence here, the peasant were illiterate. It's given that the peasant were illiterate and were unaware of nationalist liberals.
Yes.
So they believe Italy had never, means the southern Italian had never heard the Italia, and they believed that La Italia was the Victor's wife.
Yes.
So they believed. So La Italia may have some different meaning or some different meaning.
Okay. Yes, I will let you know. Why Victor Emmanuel II? 1 minute.
Sir, I have sent you a question on
yes,
Zoom.
yes. Okay, it was
Sir.
not. Listen, it was not only Victor Emmanuel II, but it was the dream of Joseph Mazzini. It was the dream of 1 minute. It was the dream of Joseph Garibaldi also. Okay, it was not only Victor Emmanuel II who wanted to, or who was interested in unification.
Sir, but why
Sir,
he
sir.
was interested?
Uh,
As a monarch, he
सर वो
want to
चारों
rule.
मिलके थे
So,
क्या?
कौन?
Mazzini, Victor, and that CM and
गैरिबाल्डी.
हाँ, yes sir.
हाँ, वो मिलके यानी मिलके नहीं थे, but they
Were in connection with
they
it.
had same thinking. Okay, that Italy should be unified. There should be some common identity and common culture.
Sir.
Yes.
Sir, why was the Italy after unifying? It was came in rule. Sir, it should be in government, no, as India has done.
It should be.
It should have government.
No, I did
Sir,
not
it
get.
should be in democracy.
It should.
Sir,
Why?
sir, वो बोल रहे हैं.
Why there was kingship? Are you talking this one?
Yes, monarch. Yes, sir,
yes,
monarch.
no. Listen, up to late 19th century. Okay, up to late 19th century, many countries in Europe, they were not very much fascinated about the democratic ideas. Okay, but many of them were very much interested and they liked the monarchy or kingship. Okay, but it was the gradually, okay, many kingdoms and many countries realized that democratic form of government is better for them. Okay, like up to before the independence, India was also having kingships, okay, and monarchies, even in neighboring countries of India. So in the similar way, up to late 19th century, countries in Europe were also not realized about the democratic form of government. So that is why it was unified. Okay, it was unified, but not on the basis of democracy. Okay, it was on the basis of monarchy. Yes,
Monarchy,
Aditi Nikhare, I have asked one question to you. What is the answer? Why Victor Emmanuel II was only proclaimed as the king of unified Italy?
So, may
1 minute, Anish. Aditi, are you available? अथर्वा और अस्तित्व, can you hear me? Hello? Drone? Harsh?
Sir, actually, I was disconnected when you taught that portion, so I was going to ask you to send video of this part.
No, video I am going to send you. Janvi Konkamwar?
Yes.
Janvi Konkamwar? Hello? Only 2 minutes left. Krishna?
Sir, 1 minute.
Krishna? Hello? Prerna Galgat?
Sir, आप ही बता दो ना, नहीं तो वो आंसर.
No, answer is not in the textbook. It is the matter of understanding and comprehension.
Sir, he was only the Italian of all those who has thought of the unified Italy. So, and he was also a monarch. Therefore, he was proclaimed as a king of unified Italy.
Okay, very good. Excellent. Because he was only the Italian prince. And other than Victor Emmanuel II, okay, there were no kings and rulers who were actually belong to the Italy country. Okay, but Sardinia Piedmont's king Victor Emmanuel II was only the native king of Italy, Okay, and when Italy was unified from other rulers and kings, that time the native person Victor Emmanuel II was given chance and opportunity to become the king, because native person can only understand the problems of the area, and he can also work tirelessly for the development of country. Understood? Therefore, Victor Emmanuel II was
Sir,
proclaimed as the emperor of unified Italy.
Sir Joseph Mazzini was also the philosopher from Italy.
No, he was Italian revolutionary, not philosopher. Italian revolutionary like V.D. Savarkar. He was from Italy, freedom fighter. Okay, do you understand?
तो सर वो भी इटली का ही था ना, तो उसको क्यों नहीं बनाया?
No, but he was not any king, or he had not experience about the kingship and monarchy. Okay, if you will,
सर लेकिन उसने इतने सारे रिवॉल्यूशन
okay, Karthik, will you say that Bhagat Singh should be made the king of India at that time?